Let's get into the rating of Afterlife by Yeat. I'm gonna give it like a 8.75. Very good project, especially because I think that Yeat is like, okay, his last couple projects like Up to Me and then To Alive, Life, like it had a bunch of cool songs in there, but I think Afterlife, he's obviously like a professional artist, and he has been, but he's getting better at the creating a cohesive album where it all sounds like it's on the same theme. You know, Afterlife, I definitely felt like at the beginning I was going through the pits of hell into a portal and rave party, and then nothing I'd change. I was dancing with Satan, and then we were on that funky vibe of Benny X. By the way, Benny X is the top producer right now. I'm sorry, I know a lot of y'all like Filthy. I wouldn't be surprised if Cardi started using Benny X on his next project, unless he wants to cultivate his own production style, because you know that's what like Cardi does. That's what all the top artists do. They kind of formulate their own sound and really lock in with the producers. So I don't know, maybe Cardi sticks with Filthy on that more rock lane, whereas Benny X is very funky with the wow, almost like West Coast type. But yeah, Benny X is my favorite producer right now, over Filthy, over Pierre. We just listened to IG Hoes, but that was an old song. Anyway, continuing. I think that Yeat is a solidified artist now. Again, 8.75 out of 10. There were a couple filler songs on there, like let's say, so he got kind of bodied by Youngboy on Schmunk. Yeat's part was kind of boring, very low energy. Youngboy did his thing. I know people think I hate Youngboy. I don't. He does his thing sometimes. He just drops way too much for me. Anyway, now he's very experimental too. I gotta give him that. He had a bunch of songs, like that Watch song. It isn't my favorite song on there. It's one of, though. I think it's like my third favorite, but it makes it feel like I'm a detective in like a, you know, black and white movie. I'm about to, I don't know, catch Velma naked in the bathroom or something, the men's bathroom, that is, because I'm a LGBTQ, and so you know what I'm saying. I'm joking though. I don't want to get canceled, so let's make that clear. But yeah, so there are a bunch of experimental songs on here, although some of the experimental songs I didn't like too much, like Back Home with the slow song, and then the little geeky feature Now with the alien type joint. It sounded like an interlude. I'm just gonna count it as an interlude. It's not really a song. I'm not gonna listen to those songs by myself. If I'm gonna get in my feelings and want to listen to a slow song, I'm gonna listen to somebody else. I'm here for Yeat hype music, and experimental type. Like if I want to start sacrificing children to Balenciaga, I'm gonna start listening to Yeat. Some critiques. I think some of the songs were a little too long. I feel like it had like maybe one too many verses on it, in that it like some of these songs like 3:30, like 3:30 is pushing it, bro. Like 3:50 right here. After 2 verses and 2 choruses, I'm good. I don't need to go to a whole nother song. Like I think the 2:30 is max, and plus we got 22 tracks. Like how long is this album? An hour and 7 minutes. I guess that really isn't that much. Oh, the mix of the old and new sound with the bells. I can't remember which songs it was, but I think it was None I'd Change and Whoa maybe. But he brought the bells from the old type music with the futuristic cyberpunk retro sound with Benny X, that is basically his new producer that he works with all the time. And so that was great to hear. He knew what he was doing there. He knew that the old fans were gonna love that. I just say he's getting more and more experimental, whereas the last couple projects, or you know, he's still relatively new. The first couple projects like Up to Me and To Alive, To Alive had Outside with Young Thug, and it was like a country song or like a more slow song, whatever you want to call that. I think they were calling it country. But this and Life, he actually made some things that maybe the his current fans that are on like TikTok, whatever, like they wouldn't understand it, such as this Myself, which people were saying that he bit Yachty, but no, he had a couple songs like this with the indie rock type beat on Life, and that was just the outro. So it was like, it's good to hear different sounds from him other than just 22 tracks of like the same Benny X and, you know what I'm saying, like Yeat type beats. But I want to make one last point. I think now that he's a solidified artist, I think that he beat the Cardi clone allegations, and that now he's for sure got his own sound with Benny X that cannot be rooted back at all to Cardi's Whole Lotta Red. Even though, you know, the last couple projects, you know, it was still on that rage sound that, yes, Yeat made it into his own thing, and he had his own take on it, and he had a solidified type rage beat as well. However, now it's completely different, and his flow is totally separate. So nobody can say that he's Cardi's son, other than the fact that maybe at the beginning of his like his come up, Cardi was a huge factor in that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, 8.75 out of 10. Solid Yeat project. I'm gonna be listening to this all week. Oh, by the way, one last thing actually. So with some of like the filler songs, I didn't necessarily like Mean Fiend. It had a very repetitive like piano beat. But maybe like 7 Nights and Now and not Schmunk really, but like Bad Bend, and actually those were 2 filler songs to me. But yeah, let's just go back here to 7 Nights. Like there are some deeper cuts on here that maybe aren't the best songs, like the bangers on the project. Like this wasn't really a compilation of just hits and singles that are gonna blow up on TikTok, although it does have some songs on there like How It Go and Split was amazing. What was the song I like? Slam was amazing. Watch, although those might not be the favorite ones. I know Split was though, for sure. Where is that? Split, I think it's gonna be a banger. But it was diversified in different sounds, you know, and different BPMs, if you will, different frequencies, different. That's not what I'm going for. I'm going with like timing. I don't know. Dave Wright says, don't like NBA Youngboy. He shouldn't even be rapping with this type of genre of music. It's kind of cringe. Rage beats are for Cardi. Bruh, he bodied Yeat on that song. He brought the energy back to that song, whereas Yeat, I feel like, didn't do his thing. Like, I know he wanted to get the streams. Maybe Youngboy, again, we discussed this, that might have been the only song that Youngboy hopped on. And since they got a
don't like by Youngboy, he shouldn't even be rapping with this type of genre of music. It's kinda cringe. Rage beats are for Carti, Yeat.
But yeah, so maybe he needed to get those streams because they already got the swap. Yeat was on NBA Youngboy's project, and so they can do it for free. Although Youngboy is definitely a bigger artist than Yeat, but still, I don't think Youngboy's hurting for the feature cash. Maybe Yeat just got it for the low or for free. But yeah, so to get Youngboy in your project, you're definitely get way more eyeballs. Although if you go to the Youngboy project, it was discussed before, like weeks ago, months ago, on Rest My Case, or was it this project? See, this is how you know Youngboy drops so many projects. The Yeat song wasn't even on this album. It was on it's not on this one. Is it on AI Youngboy 2? Or was it a single? But the Yeat project was had the highest streams out of any of the Youngboy songs. Where is it, man? It's on AI Youngboy 2? Bro, this is what I'm saying. Like, he drops way too much music. I can't even find it. Yoni says, I like that Yeat experimented, but I feel like he could have really made himself mainstream if he played it a little safer and got some big features. I still think Yeat is going to get the Drake feature eventually, because we were hinted at one point on a stream. I'm not going to like snitch on him, but he said they do have some songs together, him and Yeat, but it's just not the time yet. They don't want to blow their load too fast. Build a discography so that nobody can say that you were industry playing or you blew up too fast, because you don't want a certain song, especially if you got Drake on it or other artists. You don't want to get a Drake song like, say, Block Boy JB. That song blows up, and then now if you go to his Twitter, like, nobody cares about Block Boy JB. I'm not trying to hate, but like the song got way bigger than him, and so it was basically a Drake song too. But that's the last thing you want to happen as an artist. You want recurring income. You don't want just a big payout on one song. So build out the discography so you get your own fan base, and then you can get the Drake feature. So I think Yeat's already mainstream though, so I don't know if there's even a complaint there. Like, he's already, we'll see what he does, but I don't know if he'll outsell Don Toliver with the features he got on there. Plus Don Toliver's like a established artist. He's more like pop, probably appeals to more people, but Yeat fans be streaming him way more, like on average. Like they'll stream him 10 times to what a Don Toliver fan will listen to the album like once or twice. You know what I'm saying? So Yeat's definitely mainstream, but yeah, I think he'll get features later on. He just don't really care. What's the point? He already selling well. If he sells 40, 50K, that'll be a W. 100%. Bob sold his soul. He's getting paid to support. That's why he's not reading chat. Bro, I was just responding to the chat. You sound dumb.